Ladies and gentlemen, the next match is for the North American title. It's one fall with a 60-minute time limit. Introducing first in the red corner at 275 pounds from parts unknown, the current Mid-South champion, the Nightmare. Accompanied this evening by his manager, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And introducing in the blue corner the current U.S. champ and the challenger for the Mid-South title at 238 pounds from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Please welcome back Magnum T.A.
Magnum T.A., one of the great young stars in professional wrestling. Former North American champion, current U.S. heavyweight champion. A young man that established his identity, established his wrestling style right here in the Mid-South area. Trying to become the first man in history to hold the U.S. Heavyweight Championship and the North American Championship simultaneously.
Magnum T.A. is certainly a prime competitor to get that North American title. He held it for nearly a year here in the Mid-South. We saw Magnum T.A. grow and build practically every day. He's coaching with Mr. Wrestling 2. They're parting of the ways. Magnum T.A.'s winning and continuous defense of the North American title. A fantastic athlete.
You know, Joe, they were checking that mask. I don't know what. They're checking the mask. That has been a point of controversy in some of the matches of the Nightmare, and now the champion. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, the mentor of the North American heavyweight champion, an awesome specimen at well over 280 pounds. One of the most physical, sadistic athletes that have ever graced the square circle in the Mid-South area. This really ought to be a great matchup. I'm excited, Joe, here at ringside. The crowd is alive here in this encounter. Really intent as this match just starts.
Collar and elbow tie-up. When they go on the champion, falling against the ropes there. Another collar and elbow tie-up. Both men testing one another's strength. I don't think these two have ever wrestled one another before. I'm sure they have extensive scouting reports on one another for a match of this caliber. T.A. with a drop kick. The Nightmare still in the sanctuary of the corner there.
Of course, Magnum T.A. is trying to get some leverage to go for the world's title against Ric Flair, and no better calling card could you have than to be the North American champion. Add that, the U.S. Heavyweight Championship, and it would be easily, I think, to say that if T.A. held both titles, he would be the #1 contender. But I know the Nightmare has his sights set on a few things as well. At least I haven't heard him say a whole lot, but I know Eddie Gilbert has been very vocal in his plans for the Nightmare.
Speaking of Eddie Gilbert, that's just not only does Magnum T.A. have to contend with the size, strength, and agility of the Nightmare, he has to contend with Eddie Gilbert being on the outside of the ring. And of course, Eddie Gilbert, a great tactician, a very, very slippery individual, an unscrupulous individual.
You know, Joe, just a few moments ago, that particular situation, two great maneuvers. The Nightmare one-handed slammed T.A., but T.A. held on to the armbar, or the hammerlock. T.A. setting out, showing us his strategy here at the early part of this bout.
T.A. with the hammerlock, but the Nightmare starts it, and Magnum T.A. Magnum T.A. slammed the Nightmare. You won't see very many people able to do that, Jim.
That's exactly right. He's a very, very strong man. You know, I've read so many magazines about Magnum T.A. and what the insiders say. You know, he was really in many people's opinion, the prototype of the 80s professional wrestler. Size, strength, he has speed, great amateur background. And the Nightmare trying to get a cheap shot there. Magnum TA has progressed so far. What a phenomenal athlete he is. Here's, where else could you see but on this program? Two champions, the U.S. heavyweight champion and the North American champion, going nose to nose right here in the Mid-South area.
Well, both men now about to engage in the most primitive form of contest there, the test of strength. To find out who's going to have the upper hand in this department. Both men locked chest to chest, straining. TA, a look of excruciating agony.
And Eddie Gilbert, hot stuff on the outside, antagonizing the crowd. He's very happy right now that his man has the upper hand. The TA trying to regain the base. Look at the determination in the face of Magnum TA.
The people are really good behind Magnum TA. They're solidly behind this young athlete. You hear them as they go, say, go Magnum, go. The Nightmare becoming a little unsettled. Goes for a few kicks to the midsection. I think Magnum TA was about to turn the tide in the battle of the test of strength. TA stops it and reverses the turnbuckle.
We know that the Nightmare has a high threshold of pain. We've seen Magnum TA in so many tough situations physically. He also can take that punishment as well as dish it out, and that's exactly what he's doing now. Magnum TA looks as if he's going to try to turn his man, Joel.
He's got him in a reverse half Nelson and a hammerlock at the same time, and that's a really, really effective pinning combination. You can see, I guarantee you, Jim, the normal wrestler would be pinned right now. The Nightmare, with all that brute force, managing to pull up from it. TA has got the leverage in that position. There you see Eddie Gilbert again on the outside of the ring. Gilbert carrying a black walking stick along with him. I certainly hope that doesn't come into play in this match. It would be.
He's all decked out. White gloves, tails.
Well, he certainly likes to look pretty.
Certainly a contrast from his protege, the Nightmare, as a Nightmare with another vicious maneuver. He does so many things, and he's so physical in the ring.
Well, he really hammered TA, and look at how quickly he's turned the tide on this young superstar. TA, you can say, is groggy from the punishment he's received. Hard right.
At 280 plus pounds coming down on Magnum TA.
TA struggling to get back up. A kick to the chest. He's got the Nightmare reeling. Using those right crosses, and he knocks him down with a hard forearm.
Magnum TA staying on top of the Nightmare, or the champion, excuse me, Mr. Gilbert, but the champion, the North American heavyweight champion. Good camera shot. Magnum TA. He's in tremendous condition for this battle, Joel.
Well, that's one thing about TA. He maintains a hard training schedule. He wrestles quite a bit, but he always stays in that gym and runs, stays in top shape. He is a very, very intense competitor. You can tell just from talking to him, his demeanor. He's a nice guy, but you can tell that behind there, he's got a heart of steel. He's ready to go. Oh, TA reversing that arm whip. He elevated the Nightmare. You could hear the reverberations are unbelievable. The Nightmare really feeling the sting of the canvas. And he goes to the outside. Nightmare quickly catching a breather and manages to single leg TA from outside. Look at how quickly the Nightmare turns the tide. When he catches an advantage, he really seizes the opportunity and capitalizes on it in no time whatsoever.
He's a very agile man for someone as large as he is. Very cat-like in his maneuvers.
It reminds me of Dr. Death in that aspect. Much the same build, the same type of agility and physical conditioning. But his experience in the ring, from what Eddie Gilbert tells us, has been very diverse.
His whole background is a tremendous mystery to all wrestling fans. I've asked Gilbert on many occasions in interviews about the Nightmare. I've asked him on camera and off camera to tell us more about the champion, but he really refuses to divulge any information, and perhaps that's the keeping it a secret. Who is the man? Where does he come from? What's his background? Whatever the answers to those questions are, one thing that we can definitely say, he is one of the toughest men that we've ever seen in the Mid-South area. And when you're the North American champion, you have to be not just tough, but double tough.
Exactly right. You can see the caliber of athlete that you have to be in order to be the North American champion right there in Magnum TA. A classic battle is occurring right now.
TA trying to go to his feet, gain the base. That big man. Another thing, too, the fans can look at here, Joe, is this, as we said, this man weighs over 280 pounds. He's got most of his weight right now on Magnum TA. It's got to take a lot of the oxygen away, a lot of the energy. And Magnum TA is expending a lot of energy at this point in time.
Well, in kind of a indirect way, the Nightmare is attacking Magnum TA's biggest strength, and that is his physical conditioning. And doing just as you were saying, Jim, keeping his weight on top of it, making Magnum TA carry the load, but now TA is back to a base. He has got to get out of that rear chin lock if he's to get a breather. There's the elbow. Another elbow to the midsection, breaks the hold. The Nightmare up. TA with a hard shoulder smash, but it seemed to have dazed him as well. The Nightmare's up. The cat-like quickness of the Nightmare once again saved, and the Nightmare goes for the elbow and misses. The Nightmare missed the elbow, as did Magnum TA. Very interesting now, both men in the same predicament.
Nightmare.
He's up. This could be a high-risk maneuver. TA sees him, but it's too late. TA just didn't quite have enough quickness left. He was just a little bit too dazed. The Nightmare really caught him. The Nightmare's got a lot of momentum, and he has got the former North American champion in a lot of trouble.
Modified version of the camel clutch.
Well, Jim, it's another example of the point that you made earlier. The Nightmare is trying to make Magnum TA carry his weight. Now, when you're trying to push around 280 pounds, it can tire you out real quick. Magnum TA, of course, great physical conditioning, but there's only so much you can do when you're carrying that type of bulk. And there's Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert still being just as vocal as ever. We haven't seen any interference in the match whatsoever, thank goodness.
You know, Magnum's trying to come up with a strategy, come up with a way to get back on the offensive. He's trying to think, he's trying to get it all together, and he's having to listen to Hot Stuff on the outside, who's very arrogant now in a very relaxed position there at the edge of the ring. Looks very content, very confident that his, well, he can be confident. This man is just one heck of an athlete, and he's a great North American champion. But I tell you what, Magnum TA, in my books, he's got to be one of the top 4 or 5 contenders for any major championship in the country.
Magnum TA now getting back up to his feet. He's up to his feet now. He's firing away with them elbows. He went for the shoulder smash. A nightmare. So quick.
TA went to the floor, through the barricades, and out in the ringside area.
The velocity he had coming off those ropes is just awesome. And he went flying right out onto the floor here of the arena.
Magnum TA has taken quite a pounding in the last few moments from the champion.
The people are really getting behind Magnum TA. You just don't realize how much it helps to have the fans pulling for you when you're down and feeling the punishment and the pain. It helps to know that everybody's behind you. And of course, that North American title means so, so much to Magnum TA. His esteem, his attempt at the NWA World's title means a lot to both these men. And of course,
well, the stakes are extremely high. Both these phenomenal athletes are fully realizing that factor. They knew the stakes were high when they came to the ring. Magnum TA, the current U.S. heavyweight champion. The Nightmare, the North American heavyweight champion, or the champion now. Magnum TA showing that fighting heart. He's always been tenacious. When the going gets tough, he's always right there. But the masked man, the masked champion, so brutal, so tenacious, a relentless competitor.
He sets TA for the arm whip and fires him into those turnbuckles and adds a little bit more punishment. We've seen Magnum TA come back from some practically impossible situations. He has so much heart, so much courage, and such great physical conditioning. There, he gets out of the way of that big elbow. Nightmare going for the high-risk maneuver, and he misses. And TA, that could be the break that he needed. He fired back to the midsection. TA has such great recuperative powers, that fantastic physical conditioning. TA backs up, he gets the distance, he gets the right cross. He's connected with lefts and a right. He's got the Nightmare on Dream Street.
And this crowd solidly behind Magnum TA. What a battle you're seeing. If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, Jim Ross and Joe Watts at ringside. The North American title's on the line. The champion, the masked man, and Magnum TA, the U.S. champion, going for the gold.
TA fired hard, but he missed. He went to the turnbuckle. There's not much padding on that turnbuckle, and you can see him rolling around. He's really in a lot of pain.
This has been a very physical encounter. Both men have been very, very physical in their ability. That's going for he tried to give him the power driver, and TA powers out.
That stuff, Eddie Gilbert up on the ring apron. TA nailed him. TA nailed him, and now he's after the Nightmare. Drop kick, and this could be it. We could see Magnum TA with the North American title around his waist once again, belly to belly. Yep, TA. Gilbert pulls the foot on the rope.
Magnum TA out in the belly to belly.
The Nightmare's putting something in his mask.
TA hit him in the head. It hurt TA's hand. He's got something in the mask, no doubt about it. Well, there you saw it. Magnum TA taking the champion to the limit. He loaded that mask. He loaded the mask and he laid him out. The winner of the match and still North American champion, the Masked Nightmare.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. It's one fall with a 60-minute time limit. There's a special stipulation I'd like to tell you at this time. If Hacksaw Jim Duggan wins, he gets 5 minutes alone with Skandar Akbar. Introducing now in the blue corner at 400 pounds from Uganda, Kimala.
There you see Kamala, General Skandar Akbar, as we await the arrival of Hacksaw Jim Duggan to the squared circle. This match with a very special stipulation. If Hacksaw Duggan wins this battle, he'll get 5 minutes all alone with General Skandar Akbar. But first, he has to go through the big Ugandan at over 400 pounds. Ring announcer Scott Munns getting out of the ring, and rightfully so. This crowd coming to life. They're awaiting their man.
Now entering the arena at 275 pounds from New York City, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
And they're going at it. What a war is broken out right here.
Jim, this is a clash between two awesome giants. People solidly behind Hacksaw Duggan. I tell you, it sends chills down my spine to see Jim Duggan after what happened to him in Jackson. I tell you honestly, I didn't think he'd ever come back to wrestling. But he's got so much heart, so much courage, so much athletic talent. Professional wrestling's his life. He loves the fans. He gets 100. Akbar.
Oh my gosh! They threw something in his face. It's all over. It's all over Kamala. It's all over everybody. It hit Duggan right in the eye. Oh my gosh! Not in the eye. Duggan's injured eye was protected, but his other eye caught the full force. Akbar's trying to take Duggan's sight.
Duggan's battling to come back now. Duggan really battling hard. You see, he's lost his eye protection. Kamala has taken the eye protection away from him and is using it against Duggan. You can see Duggan's still scarred from the horrendous burn. Akbar's in the corner now.
Duggan's fighting back. The Hacksaws, he knows it's all on the line.
If he could beat Kamala, he will get his revenge on Skandar Akbar. But right now it looks as if the Ugandan Warrior has got the advantage.
Duggan's trying to walk tall. The people are yelling. People are standing.
Kamala with a hard kick to the chest. And Duggan, it's all on the line for this man. Kamala, he took him right off his feet.
What an All-American right hand. Hacksaw Duggan standing tall for all proud Americans. He wants to get this man. He wants Skandar Akbar. And there's a spear.
He speared him and Kamala went all the way out. Akbar!
Duggan's got Akbar.
Duggan's got Akbar. The crowd is on their feet. There goes Randy Anderson.
Wait a minute. Who's that monster? Look at this guy.
Where did he come from?
This man's as big as Kamala. Oh no, there's... Duggan's in trouble, my gosh.
It's chaos, Jim. Somebody's got to help. Magnum TA's here. Magnum TA in to help save his friend Duggan. He's firing away, but it's not even facing this huge man in the camouflage gear. Dug it down. Kamala just rammed him into the steel post. And now it's Kamala. And this man in the camouflage suit, I've never seen him before. They've got TA down. Duggan is down. He's been rammed into that steel post. Duggan trying to get up. Kamala is going to the top rope. They've got TA's legs.
Oh! Kamala comes off the top on TA. Duggan's back in the ring. Duggan's fighting back. Kamala's come down on Magnum TA, the U.S. champion. All heck is broken loose in this situation. They're going after Duggan's eye.
Duggan has been lacerated. They're really going after him. We've got some help. It's carnage. Nothing can stop these two awesome monsters. The guy in the camouflage suit, who is he?
Oh! Kamala nailed the referee. TA's laying prone. TA can be severely injured. Brad Armstrong with a 2x4. Duggan lacerated, but with a 2x4. Akbar and those tremendous men that are with Akbar.
Magnum TA is still down. I hope he's not severely injured. Kamala came all the way off the top rope.
The battle continues. Akbar after Duggan's eyesight and a new man on the scene. And Magnum TA severely injured right here at the hands of Kamala and General Skandar Akbar.
South Wrestling this Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Some matches you'll see are Superstar buildup versus the Nightmare.
This is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Bob on video.
What do you call that thing?
Next time I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm gonna get that son of a bitch. Doc, you got it, baby. Come on! Come Check him out, man. You gotta watch your mouth, man. I looked at you last time here, you didn't show up. Where were you at? Okay, watch it here. Watch it there, baby. The boss man just got on my ass, too. More wrestling here this time. More wrestling here this time. They love that.
From the coast of the coast, combined weight 520 pounds, Terry Gordon and Buddy Roberts and Michael Hayes, the Fabulous Tonight, we're showing out who can rock and roll. action. Introducing at 400 pounds, the European giant, come on! At 409 pounds, Mason Williams! Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event. This is for the NWA World Heavyweight title. One fall, 60-minute time limit. Introducing the challenger tonight from Kansas City, 261 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, and from Charlotte, 242 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, the NWA World Heavyweight 5 minutes going by. 5 minutes going by. 15 minutes going down. 15 minutes going down.
Downtown Municipal Auditorium, Hacksaw Butch Reed going against Nature Boy Ric Flair for the NWA World's Heavyweight title. A fantastic crowd on hand for this event. Flair getting up slowly in the ring. We've joined this match in progress.
Hacksaw Butch Reed, I tell you what, is one of the greatest pure athletes in wrestling, if not the greatest athlete, pure athlete in professional wrestling. And I'll tell you, what a classic battle this is, because I got to think these two guys, Joel, are very, very evenly matched. I think as far as strength, and there you see right there a standing vertical suplex. That's one of Flair's favorite maneuvers, but Reed can match maneuver, hold for hold, with anybody in wrestling. And I mean anybody in wrestling.
Well, Reed is right now at this point the #1 contender for the world's title. Flair has got him rolled up and using the ropes to his advantage, but Reed keeps getting a shoulder up. Reed, with that fantastic strength, manages to get a shoulder up even under the pressure and leverage that Ric Flair was putting on him, especially with the addition of those ropes. Headlock takeover, but it's going to take more than a headlock to pin Hacksaw Butch Reed. Reed goes for the leg scissors, but Flair reverses it, and Reed gets up. Listen to that crowd.
What strength this man has.
Reed has reversed it back into a rear double cup, and now he's got Flair in trouble. That's the maneuver that Kerry Von Erich defeated Ric Flair with in Texas Stadium.
And Reed, his concentration was broken there. That's something he's got to eliminate when he goes against Flair for the world's title Saturday night in the Superdome. He's got to maintain that concentration because he's got all the physical tools it takes to become the first black world's heavyweight champion. He just got to keep that concentration, keep that intensity, because that's Flair's forte. He will maintain the intensity no matter if the match is 1 hour or all night.
Well, Reed reversed the arm whip, and now he's got the sleeper locked in on Ric Flair. Jim, as you were saying before, Flair is definitely a man with a lot of intensity. He's definitely not a paper champion. He defends his title against some of the best people in wrestling. But some folks have said that on occasion Ric Flair will get himself intentionally disqualified when he gets in a bad way. And
of course, Saturday night, that's not going to help him a bit because that match is a no disqualification match. So if he wanted to throw, he cannot get himself disqualified to save himself. Let's put it that way. That battle will be settled, and I appreciate and I respect the NWA for writing that into the clause. I know that Flair's not happy about the clause whatsoever, but I think it's fair and it's just considering his past actions. And right here, Reed has got those huge arms wrapped around, and once again, the only thing that's keeping Hacksaw Butch Reed being the new world's heavyweight champion is the bottom rope.
Well, Jim, I'd like to add at this point that we'll be hearing some comments from Ric Flair after this match about his upcoming match with Butch Reed. And, Jim, as intense as Ric Flair is, Ric Flair got the knees up and managed to put him into the midsection of Hacksaw Butch Reed. As I was saying, Jim, as intense as Nature Boy Ric Flair is, Hacksaw Butch Reed can match intensity with anybody. He had so much fire and so much drive as he dominated the Mid-South area. So much intensity. The intensity was so great, it forced the Junkyard Dog to leave the Mid-South area.
Of course, the Junkyard Dog, a legendary figure in the Mid-South, but a little too tough with Hacksaw Butch Reed nipping at you night after night, day after day. And, of course, Reed is getting set for the biggest match of his career. I've talked with him a couple of times this week already. His mental aspect and that right hand, that's the way he is right now. He is ready to go. I think that, and I really sincerely believe this, I'm looking for a weakness in the armor, and I don't see how Ric Flair's going to beat Hacksaw Reed.
Well, I don't know if Ric Flair sees it either. Whoa, look at that arm whip. He just whipped him right up over the turnbuckles. I don't know if Ric Flair sees the chink in the armor either, Jim, because he put out a bounty on Hacksaw Butch Reed. He offered Dirty Dutch Mantell money to put Reed out. and Dirty Dutch Mantell couldn't get the job done. As a matter of fact, last time in New Orleans, Hacksaw Butch Reed became the new Mid-South Television champion by defeating Dirty Dutch Mantell. Right here at the Municipal Auditorium, as I said before, Reed goes for the headlock, and Flair catches him a back suplex.
Well, he's so intense. As I mentioned earlier, he's a seasoned veteran. Ric Flair is at the peak of his career right now. Many people say he's the greatest world champion of all time. And that could be true because the competition in 1985 is tougher than it has ever been in professional wrestling. There's more great superstars in wrestling than ever before. They're bigger, they're better conditioned, they're stronger, and Flair is the number one man in an era when wrestling is really king, 1985. But that man there, Hacksaw Butch Reed, well, I just... when you look at supreme athletic ability, he's got it all. And of course, but, you know, Flair's just a tremendous athlete. It's going to be something Saturday night.
Well, Jim, at this point, Ric Flair is attacking the weakness that every athlete, I don't care how strong you are or how tough you are, every athlete has got a weakness in those knees.
We saw Reed have orthoscopic surgery that was done in Tulsa, you know, and he was a couple of 3 days after he had the surgery, he was training again. But Flair, they know these scouting reports. Flair knows as much about Butch Reed as you can possibly know because he knows that Reed is the number one contender for the world's heavyweight title. So you can bet that Flair, with videotape and all the things that he has at his availability to him, he knows as much about Reed as anybody. And there he goes, right for the figure four. The knee's weakened. He knows he's had surgery. He goes right for the figure four.
Hacksaw Butch Reed has got extremely powerful legs, but I don't know if they're going to save him in this instance. Flair is building up the momentum on it. He has got the figure four locked in tight. Reed looks as if he's trying to get some leverage there and possibly try and reverse this hold. Carl Fergie asking if he wants to give it up, but look at the strength. Look at the strength of Hacksaw Butch Reed as he turns Ric Flair. Turns him and counters the hold. He's got it reversed. And listen to this crowd. Flair breaks it.
And the ropes, the only thing that's saving Nature Boy Ric Flair, Hacksaw Butch Reed. We talked about his intensity, and I'll tell you what, I think New Orleans in general brings out the best in Hacksaw Butch Reed. He's fighting back Ric Flair, but do not discount the Nature Boy.
Flair with a snap mare. Takes Reed down, and now he's going outside. Looks as if he's going up to the ropes.
Coming off that top rope's an automatic disqualification in the Mid-South area. But Hacksaw Butch Reed's going to help. He's going to help him come down, Joel.
He brought him down a couple of notches there. All the way from that top rope. Reed, tremendously powerful. Lateral press. He gets a 2 count. The fans really getting behind Hacksaw Butch Reed now. They want to see a new World's Heavyweight Champion, as do I. I'd love to see Butch Reed hold that title.
I think it'd be great for wrestling. I think it'd be great for the sport. You know, what an athlete he is. But Flair, bring him right back outside. Now watch Flair and Reed. They're going toe-to-toe. This situation is fizzled because, Joel, the stakes are so high. Flair is one of the highest paid athletes in America, and he makes that money by being the heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, Flair didn't want to go fist and fire with Butch Reed out there on the floor, and frankly, I don't blame him. There goes Carl Fergie. A tremendous collision between Ric Flair and Carl Fergie. Butch Reed's got the rear double cup on Flair, and he's got it locked up tight this time. He's got him. 1, 2. We held him for at least a 5 count there.
Flair with that thumb to the eye. He had a 4 or 5 count there, no doubt about it. Would have had a new world's champion right there. Flair goes over the top rope. The referee, Carl Fergie, there saw that situation. This is what started the controversy in this match, Joel. This match that happened a few weeks back.
Well, Carl Fergie was getting up slowly, and all he saw was Reed dumping Flair over the top rope. Flair brought back into the ring by Butch Reed with a high vertical back suplex. The fans counting. There it is, 1, 2, 3. And it looks to be the new World's Heavyweight Champion, Hacksaw Butch Reed. You can hear the crowd. They're going absolutely wild.
Everybody's standing. They're going crazy. But this, as I said, such a controversy. There you see the man. That should be the new World's Heavyweight Champion. But the referee was on the outside. The original fall was not counted. But, ladies and gentlemen, the controversy that surrounds this match is just simply phenomenal. And that's why, Joel, this Saturday night, the rematch
the rematch for the gold with no disqualifications.
Well, as you can see here, it looks as if Butch Reed is the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, but there is some controversy with the referees, and an important decision was eventually rendered.
I can beat him, but I can't beat you striped shirts. Yeah, go on, man. Shit.